What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 19 of the Manchester United Career Mode. Apologies for your dog barking in the background. It's the only time I can record, and it's, a sunny day. The dog wants outside and wants to bark at people. But anyway. Also, apologies if you hear me cough or my throat. I'm not feeling great, but I need to get these recordings done, so on and so forth. But anyway, for this episode, we'll have Spurs in the Cup, West Brom, CSK in Moscow, and West Ham. Some really interesting ties, there we go. Also, something really stupid came through, and right there was showing how Jadon Sancho said he wants to play. He's out for 6 months with an ACL. What more can I do there? I can't fix your playtime there, pal. You're out injured. I mean, come on, really. So yeah, we started with Spurs Carabao Cup at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Ryan Mason is the manager, and just very standard, still sort of same thing. I just realised we got Jan Sommer there as well. Giovanni Lo Celso in the midfield, Oliver Skipp playing, Berardi looking like the only player they've really signed, mind up. They're Diego Carlos and Alessio Romagnoli. And Spurs are always an interesting tie. I think I said this last season when we played them so many times. They're hard to break down, hard to get through, but I mean, I say that, and 13 minutes in, my main man Dennis here put his 1-0 up, and couldn't be happy with that. But Spurs are always one of these teams, it sounds really stupid, Spurs are a good side, but in my mind, they're not. It sounds really bad, it's Harry Kane misses an easy chip. But they are a good side, but they're not a good side, or I don't want them to be a good side, sort of thing. I think a lot of fans understand that as Berardi tramps that across to Harry Winks. This was Ultimate Team of the Race, quit. But anyway, yeah, it's part of me, I just don't want them to be a good team. There's some about Spurs I don't like, and I've not liked them since Harry Redknapp was there, and I think it was Harry Redknapp I didn't like. I think that was the issue. I didn't like Harry Redknapp, and it just made me hate Spurs, and I've hated them ever since. Just one of these things, years, just pointless hatred. Don't know really why. Don't know why we're going to a Spurs tangent, but that's just what happens. As we see Paul Pogba there, it's a lovely little through ball there, and he just chips it over Hugo Lloris, his fellow French compatriot, to give us a 2-1 lead. That's a much better angle to see it from. Just the way Pogba sort of glided through the air to hit that there. Then not too long after that, Fabio Vieira plays a lovely easy ball to Pogba, just lovely spread of the ball there for Jack Grealish. It's back to Vieira, just gives it to Daniel James, who smashes it home to make it 3-1, and pretty much set us up for the next round of the Carabao Cup. In my opinion, 3-1 should be easy Aussie days. However, with 20 minutes to go, Domenico Berardi somehow keeps us ball in, and then just leaves my youngster for dead. His Harry Kane pops up with a header, but misses. Believe it or not, Harry Kane misses a header. However, Kane does manage to finally get a goal in this match after a poor pass out for Kasper Schmeichel, and Kane smashes it home to make it 3-2 with 5 minutes remaining. And the 3-1 I said it was done and over. Well, it sort of was. We did concede, but we do in fact go through to the next round. 3-2 is the final scoreline, and you love to see it. At least I love to see it. Wasting no time though, we do go to the Hawthorns. Yep, thank you. At that point we just forget a stadium. We're playing West Bromwich Albion. Alex Palmer in goal. I believe he was on loan to Plymouth Argyle in real life. They've got a lot of obviously new players because of obviously being in the Championship for our first season. We didn't really look at their team. Caroline Grant still leading the line, but Mulder, Lenormand, Joaquin. Didn't see the rest of the players there. And West Brom, not an easy game. They managed to break through us very early on as Azaz played it across to Caroline Grant, and Caroline Grant makes it 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion. Poor goal to concede, maybe, but I mean, against a team that's been struggling all season, definitely a poor goal to concede. Went behind for too long though, as big Harry Maguire sticks his header in the back of the net for an equaliser in the 20th minute. Terry Maguire, that's his second goal of the season. He's coming up with some headed goals this season. Very, very happy with our captain there. Jack Grealish also, with Jadon Sancho injured. With Jadon Sancho, I'll get there eventually. With Jadon Sancho out injured, Jack Grealish has definitely got to have a much bigger role this season. As Danny Ings definitely gets lucky with this goal here. But yeah, Grealish will get a better season this season with Sancho injured. Hopefully he'll become a key man. It's a lovely ball by Bruno. I think that's Bruno, yeah. Somehow hits the post and goes right back to him. Hashtag, logic. Mateus Pereira definitely giving us problems winning, and like the crowd is crying for a penalty here. How it's not a penalty? Well, we won the ball, but you know what's going to happen, don't you? We bounce straight up the field. Grealish in a lovely little run, slips that ball through for Danny Ings, who does what Danny Ings does, smashes that home for his 8th goal of the season and put us 3-1 up. That's just football, ain't it? Fights for a penalty and the team goes up the other end and scores. With 5 minutes left, though, it wouldn't be a game without the main man getting a goal. That main man being Bruno Fernandes. Lovely little work on the edge of the box here between Neves, Ings and Fernandes, and just comes to him, standing in the middle of the goal, free, and just places it in the near post past the goalkeeper. You love to see it, and that makes it 4-1 Manchester United. So that is where the game ends. Big win. We're needing the big wins. We want to see these wins keep going. Because don't really see teams really going to let us have an easy title this year. And again, we get another youth intake, and again, the Serbian players just aren't really filling me with joy and confidence. As for the Korean players, I mean, some like a dilly-dally over this one. I do end up bringing him in. I bring also in Tong Hyun Jin. But again, nobody really. There's not like that key player that's like jumping out and me like, oh, you know what, this guy's got to be a star. Moving on though, we go into our 4th tie of the Champions League, I believe. Yep, 4th tie of the Champions League. And we've played a wee bit of rotated side. Probably silly of me to do so. Like, I'm still giving Moscow respect here because it's not like it's a full weakened side, as Nino hits the post there and Vieira fails with the follow-up. But yeah, it's not a fully weakened side we've played here. It's still strong enough that we should get the victory. Obviously we had some major games against them last season, and Facundo Pellistri, what a goal this is. He's not played too much so far this season, has Pellistri, but again, with Sancho being injured, he'll be in and around the team more as well. Looking to find different positions to be a part of. It's just a good run, Daniel James, pace demon, that's what he's there for. Lovely cross, and right in the volley. Couldn't get any more top corner than that. All the goalie can do is just look round and see where that ball's going to end up. Should have burst the net, should have absolutely burst the net. However, in the second half, we fell to some of our old habits. Get a lucky save there by Schmeichel from Akhmatov, who really probably should have scored there if he'd been paying attention. I mean, he missed that chance he just took off. I mean, that's what his manager thinks of him. Corner comes inbound, Schmeichel flaps, and Salman Rondon, the former Newcastle striker, heads home to equalise at Old Trafford to make it 1 apiece. Sadly though there we didn't learn our lesson as we do go forward here. McTominay just playing this ball in, off to Nino, Vieira, finding the space for Neves, and Neves strikes the ball, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper. As I said about not learning lessons, well, we were failing to take our chances there. And that allows Rondon here just to find this wee pocket of space as the ball's played through, and he's just standing by himself to tap it into an empty net. Things you love to see. We do go down 2-1 to CSKA Moscow. We do get a chance though immediately after the goal to equalise as Dennis Mann just rips the defender, takes the shot, is saved onto the post and cleared. And that's when you know it's not going to be your day, when it's saved onto the post and cleared. We do manage to get the ball back through. Jack Grealish playing this ball through again. Little spin by Dennis Mann. Goes, tries to place in the top corner, hits the crossbar again. And that was as close as we came, and that was as close as we were ever going to get. As we actually lose 2-1 to CSK Moscow. I mean, with some of the game, like obviously, I was not. If you don't see me doing many of the press conferences, I was not happy. Just with so much going against us at this point, I was not happy there. I mean, it's like the first loss of the season. I was getting right into the players. You can see that morale dipping. We were laying into them, not happy, and we're back at home to play West Ham next. I wanted to see a good result, and boy, did we start? Did we somehow Did I get what I was looking for? Absolutely. Bruno Fernandes, just before 10 minutes, finds his little pocket of space to curl that in and make it 1-0. Sorry about that. Anyway, good offensive defence allowed Bruno Fernandes back in. He's able to just scurry on through, hitting our shot, but that is saved very well by Fabianski. Next up, Declan Rice, again, offensive defence, making sure winning the ball out of the field, and Declan Rice just powers this ball past the goalkeeper and his former club to make it 2-0 around the 25-minute mark. Definitely the response I was looking for after the CSK Moscow game, and things got even better just after half an hour. Spreading the ball out once again to Grealish. He was just taking his time, controlling the ball, finds Danny Ings. Somehow this ball gets nearly through to Bruno. Again, offensive defence by Ruben. Flipped all across. There's Mason Greenwood for his 4th goal of the season. That was us 3-0 just after the half hour. Got probably a little bit lucky in some retrospect. It'd be really like this, the fact that Neves' tackle wasn't a foul. But you know what, sometimes you need that little bit of luck, and we were getting all the luck here. It's Danny Ings just taking the mickey out of the West Ham defence. Over the top for Fernandes, who chips the goalkeeper for 4-0 just before half time. And let's face it, at the point where we were going here, this could have been a cricket score. Like, the fans were calling for it, they wanted a 6, knocked right out of the park. So far, we were just hitting little 4s. It's a lovely goal though. However, just before half time, little blunder in defence allowed Bowen to get past, and there was Bardiera to head home in like the 48th minute, like of the 2 minutes added on. Mateus Bardiera heads in, make it 4-1 on the night. And then just before the hour, West Ham did manage to find more chances. They were all over in the second half, and then all of a sudden it was 4-2. And you know what? I was not happy with this. 4-0 up in the first half, and suddenly we're conceding 2 goals. I could see 4 each. Like 4 each was flashing in my eyes. I was like, no, this cannot happen. Thankfully, the game did actually just become very dull after that, and the game did in fact finish 4-2 to us. Now, having a look at detail, 12 games in, so roughly a third of the way through the season, we are holding a 2-point advantage over Spurs, and then 7 points back to Chelsea, and 10 points further back are Liverpool and Manchester City. Looking at the bottom of the league though, Burnley, West Brom and Derby holding up. Derby without a win. Probably my guess is Derby will go down this season, just based on the fact that they don't have any wins at all. And that's really all there is really to say for this episode. Like I said, I'm trying to get through a few of them just to have stuff up. But if you have liked and enjoyed this, and I hope you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.